What's up, guys? It's Mr. Janvet, and today we are back on the Pokemon Showdown server. And you already know what time it is. Bring on the bugs. Last time, it's crazy that it's been that long. Last video uploaded with an OU was Shelmet, and you guys went crazy. Still the most viewed video in a long time, and so it's only right. We're gonna be using Frosmoth on Rain. And yeah, let's get this party started. My opponent struggles with having proper water resist. So Frosmoth is very good here. Very good. Unless that's Unaware Cliff. But very good here. Keldeo, obviously with Quiver Dance and Ice Skills, is doing no damage to me. And then Sacred Sword is resisted only, even though Frostmoth's HP is pretty trash. But to avoid the tendency that I have of just focusing on the mon that I want to win, let's consider other win cons, I guess. So let's break it down. Pelipper's core purpose in this game is going to be to rain primarily. Zapdos is my defogger, which assists with Lando and Skarmory and really everything. Zapdos is pretty difficult for him to deal with. Ferrothorn is going to be critical for that Regigigas. I don't know what the hell that's doing. And just the removal of all items. Stealth Rocks are important as well. Kingdra cannot be stopped, particularly with Rocks up. And Landers with sub SD wins. And so I'd assume Skarmory would be... Let's see, Rain, what would you do to stop that, Rain? Because what I'm thinking here is, like, when I go crazy with this Rain, you feel me? What's his countermeasure, you know? This could be some weird kind of clef, or it could be, okay, well, I'm just going to commit to rocks kind of situation. But phase 1 is just going to be me getting up rocks. I figured he was going to do the same. But as you can see, other than Pelipper, it's an irrelevant. I don't think this guy is really thinking this through, which is fine because I know he's gonna spike there. And so what this allows is for, I didn't expect him to spike again there, considering Zapdos. Okay, so perhaps this is. Let's see what we can expect here. So he switches it out. Yeah, I don't think he thought that through. Okay, so phase 2, Ferrothorn. I did not expect that, but he's leftovers, which is great for that's great for you know, Slowking coming in afterwards. So what I'm thinking here is, because Skarmory, once Landorus is gone, destroys him, you know. Let me see, Skarm spamming Skull. What's the downside of that? We've confirmed that Clef isn't. Yeah, let's get this Rain popping. If he stays in Roost, I'm good either way. As Frosmoth, he goes to Clef. So I really could, the way he's playing, I really could mess him up now. I'm trying to think what the downside of this could be. Because I could go Kingdra too. Let's try to get Frosmoth ready for success. On the off chance he has like T-Wave or something. Yeah, I'm not having that. I'm not having that, Brody. Ooh. Oh no. Oh no. So Frosmoth has to go. So okay, we pivot Kingdra. I Hydro Pump here, assuming. Come on, man. Oh, the Justice is delicious, but the Clef should be dead because I don't deal with Rain very well. Kingdra, when I needed you most, you vanished. So the fact that the Regigigas has rest, fine. He's gonna rocks. What was his initial last time? It doesn't really matter. Let's go for it. He doesn't get paralyzed. I have a couple outs here, but with the damage on this, it does make Kingdra a lot more problematic. I'll Thunder until he gets paralyzed. I have so many win cons for this game that I'm not gonna press any one. Like, in fact, Zapdos by itself could technically win. I love how he's just connecting his moves though, like fucking with that heavy. And so it's a gravity variant. That's fine, allows me to U-turn. I'm surprised he was gonna just give up his Lando, but I get a kill here, which is awesome. Specs Kingdra in rain, nobody's taking this. I really should have Hydro Pump there. I forgot he gravitied for me. He literally just helped me with his gravity. So it gives me Lando. But Keldeo would have come in anyway, but I would have 2-KO'd it, and Keldeo can't do anything back to me, you know. So yeah. Gravity one more turn. Let me see, just to avoid any kind of, yeah, stuff like that. So, but Hydro Pump would have 2-KO'd this. And so it makes it a little harder. Rain turns are... Secret Sword never kills, I don't think. No, I die from Secret Sword from 80%. Because this Keldeo is a problem if... Okay, I'm pretty sure you die 35%. If you don't, that's a problem. But I'm pretty sure it dies. Let's run the calc. Because if it doesn't die, I need to switch here. Because then this Keldeo can counter sweep me. Kingdra, OU choice specs, Keldeo. Calm Mind. This is where I should just click Hydro Pump. This wouldn't even be a situation. So Surf, Rain, choice specs, modest Surf, does 49 to 57. So there's definitely this variant of Keldeo, and +2, specially defensive. Surf in the rain does 24 minimum. He's dead. Okay. So Kingdra does what Kingdra does. Unless this learns Sleep Talk now. But all his mons are slower than me. That missed. He's max Spadef. No wonder Frosmoth did no damage. So let us start this party again. As he does get the I'll try to... He burned 2 sleep turns though. Body Slam did 17. Trying to not waste a ton of time with this. I'd rather hard switch. Rest, sleep talk, body press. No, it doesn't make sense for him to have substitute. Yeah, let's not waste a ton of time. So he has knockoff, okay. Alright, so Skarn probably comes in. Opts for Clef. So start Clef. Shoot. And let's think long term. The rocks don't matter. The rocks only affect Pelipper. So I'm gonna whip first. Actually, let's go hard zap to cover for Skarm. I don't think he'd ever Moonblast, Sea Wave, or he does Moonblast though. Kudos. But without leftover, he's well outside of the range. And so his rest stop knockoff. Let me get some seeds on you. Because he has to rest soon, but he doesn't go for the rest. Okay, then so I get to whip here. I whip my hair back and forth here. Regigigas is mad low on the healthinator. So let's get this Lando in. He actually T-Wave there. Makes me seem like a king. Let's just wrap this up. Assuming I connect. Yep. So, as I said, I had several ways to win that. But I wanted to win with Frosmoth. Because he had the team where I could have won with Frosmoth. But he has a Regigigas that's max Spadef. Like, who does that? You trying to do Frosmoth things, but the world won't allow you to be great. So I thought I had Hurricane on this. You know what? I don't know. Flip turn may work, but like if I had Hurricane here, I just clicked it. You know what I'm saying? Clicked it. Everybody's getting bodied by the cane, but Frosmoth may get a kill or two here. He can't guard against Zapdos, so Zapdos in on Pelly is problematic. Sub Lando Mercs, which can come in on Ferrothorn. Ferrothorn getting weakened means what? Means he loses them on every time to Hurricane, I suppose. And then eventual Kingdra destruction. Yeah, I have 3 water moves. I just realized that. Ferrothorn kept at the utmost for Kingdra, for Pelipper, and Nando's to the okay, phase 1. Phase 1, let's destroy with the Zap. I figured Scudo would be his initial, but he has to flip turn here and risk static. He does risk it. Doesn't get punished as Ferrothorn rears his ugly head. This is interesting, right? This could go a couple different ways. By a couple different ways, I mean he's gonna go for Stealth Rock / knockoff. And I'm debating whether or not I want my Ferrothorn's item removed. That's what a couple different ways mean. Because I want to be careful of Barraskewda. I'll just destroy him before he does anything. I don't think I can do this in a way where Frosmoth does stuff. I'm trying, guys. That's why I'm taking some. I'm like, how can I position Frosmoth for success? But it's just gonna have to be a straight up using the actual threats on my team. Because he has, if he only had Ferrothorn, then I could have done the Frosmoth stuff. But he has Scizor too, and but maybe I can do some Frosmoth stuff. Hold up, it's my timer. Oh my god. Okay, cool. So he pivots to Pelipper. I don't mind Pelly. It's actually best case for me. I want him to set up rain. I didn't. Maybe he scouted for Heat Wave there, because I was thinking if I had Hurricane there, I'd have destroyed. But in his mind, I don't think he values Pelipper too much, considering what I have. But upside for me is Pelipper is his only ground resist. So Lando under sub, particularly versus Ferrothorn, is gonna be a demon, and these rocks are gonna go a long way to preventing any kind of shenanigans. If he commits to staying in with the Pelipper, to opt for a Skull Burn, it's gonna leave him in a tough spot. If he U-turns, he's gonna lose. Yeah, so he commits to U-turn. He's gonna give me 12%. It's gonna go. That's gonna matter later on. So we're gonna remove his Ferrothorn's item. I don't want any of that for my Kingdra later on. And so this is where things get annoying, because I want my Lando's item. I'm pretty sure if I get my Lando in, it would mess him up, and I want my Ferrothorn's item. Like, really, Frosmoth is the... That's the thing with these kind of teams, right? Frosmoth is the mon that is the you know, not so great mon here. But what I can do is Frosmoth, Enox, figured, and I'll sub to see what he has. Oh, Frosmoth might get this strong. Weather Ball off, baby. Ooh, Sizzle. Oh, what? Who runs that? Who runs that? Nonsense. Ghost Fairy might get to a kill depending on his spread. Yeah, I'm gonna zap those, buddy. So it gives me Pharaoh, which matters for Lando gets a kill every time it comes in. Especially if he commits to Commits to the draw, huh? But because I kept my lefties, I'm in a great spot. Yeah, and he can't stop seeds, which I'm sure I'm gonna be seeing Pelipper come in. Scizor, huh? No, I'm not having that. U-turn. So he dies to rocks. Barraskewda is in. Flip turn would suck. If he keeps CC is good play. Okay, he's just flipping around. It's just flipping about and around and about and around. But this doesn't have the rain to support. And Kingdra naturally outspeeds. But my Zapdos's moves are mad inaccurate. So right now my Kingdra destroys him. I'm thinking. Like for example right here, Zapdos will be the ultimate switch in, right? But I have to hit my move after that. Yeah, I'll do it. I'll either paralyze him, or he actually commits to the CC. I didn't expect him to. So here he sacks Scizor. He doesn't. What? My man making plays. But here he sacks Scizor, commits to Barraskewda. Does that matter? Hurricane 70, they're both 70. So I knew he'd sack Scizor, but when I said it doesn't matter, basically what I'm saying is Kingdra is slower than me, Poliwrath is slower than me. If Rain's up, both of them kill me, even if I'm at 50. And even if I roosted there, if the Barraskewda went for liquidation, I would have died. So he could CC here. I'm debating whether or not I want to set back up Rain, but defensively my Pelipper is actually good. It beats his Poliwrath, it beats his Pelipper, and it beats his Barraskewda. So Kingdra is his only remaining threat. And I'm just going to give him Zapdos here. If he keeps flip turning as if he can't get staticked, and he doesn't get staticked one time. I don't think I staticked anything except... Well, I may have staticked his Scizor. His Poliwrath hit me. His Barraskewda hit me twice. No static. Crazy stuff. Crazy, crazy, crazy stuff, I tell you. So... Interesting, interesting times. Pelipper dying here means... So we're going to commit to Kingdra. Let me see the roll on Pelipper. Even though I think this is where Hurricane would be nice, right? Because it would prevent any kind of shenanigans, and it would prevent Poliwrath from even having an idea. But I mean, Poliwrath isn't the biggest deal in the world for me. Let's kill it. Let's kill it. Yeah. Poliwrath comes in. If he commits to CC with no rain, he's gonna have only Barraskewda and Kingdra left, which are fine for Lando in the end game. If I let him CC me here, if I go to Pelipper here, let him drum, let him belly drum, sack. If I let him belly drum, sack, come back to Kingdra, Draco again, he's gonna have Kingdra and Barraskewda left versus Lando and Kingdra and Barraskewda versus Lando and Kingdra. Which sequence is better? So it might be better to just keep Pelipper and Ferrothorn together completely. But I can't, like, Kingdra can't go here, is what I mean. So it might be better to give up Ferrothorn. Give up Lando. Yeah, let's give up Landers. I think I can win without Lando. He gets the Intimidate off. He actually commits to the CC, which is even better. Because that allows for me to Pelipper pivot here. Even if he drums, I get back my health. I can just sack Lando. Yeah, he doesn't though. Excellent. And so I get to Hurricane here as he goes to Kingdra. Excellent. So Kingdra dies to rocks, which means that what's it called? My Kingdra just goes for a surf and dominates. So he's probably going to Hydro Pump here. Could Draco or Hurricane if he has it. But yeah. And so my Kingdra gets to come in. Yeah, and then Pelipper beats his last two. Because let me see, Barraskewda I'd have to CC lock. Actually, I don't need Ferrothorn. Let him close combat lock. So I can get Pelipper in for free. Roost. And Poliwrath can't do anything. So we set it up for Pelipper to be the end game, which is just funny. Like, why is Pelipper winning games? And Barraskewda, there's nothing he can do to a max Pelipper. Like, come on, bro. Pelipper, low-key, bulky. So, Frosmoth got sacked. And it's crazy because these games, who runs dual wing beat? Come on, man. Like, that's not Frosmoth's fault. This guy has 3 fire types, 4 fire types versus rain. No water resist versus rain. 1802, huh? And he has no weather control. So all I need to do is control my weather, go into Kingdra and click surf repeatedly. Phase 1 is going to be rocks, which is funny because I know he's going to leave with Mamoswine. But maybe Frosmoth can, you know what I'm saying, Psychic, and he is Life Orb. I don't really give a damn about that as long as Frosmoth. I do care about having the Lando. Psychic made sense to do. Damn. I wonder if, because I don't have a lot of setup fire for Frost. So I'm like thinking if I could eat the hit here, I'm gonna try to get Frosmoth in. Okay. I'm gonna Quiver Dance assuming he's gonna not go for the fire move here. Because it makes sense for me to pivot to Kingdra. You know what I'm saying? Ah, fuck. Frosmoth, why? So I get a kill here, a couple kills, depending on what his Mamoswine set is. If it's Sash, then you know. But it all depends. This, as funny as interesting as it looks, it's not an easy game. So when we know that classifies as an easy game. So he goes Swine hard, which implies that he's. Rain 1 turn, Quake. So let's go Ferrothorn, the weakest link here. Okay. If he's Sash, he doesn't want me to get the rocks up here. Yeah. That makes sense. And I go Hard King to cover for Quiver. They generally can't touch Kingdra. Yeah, it makes sense to. Made sense to Psychic hard there. So it gives me the Volk, which is, I think that's this game now. Depending on what, because Ferrothorn weakest link, I could see him trying to commit to Defogs. Shoot. So this could get dicey if I have to connect a Hydro Pump on this. I'm thinking. Well, if he's Heat Wave, my Zapdos makes sense. If he's Hurricane, my Zapdos makes sense. And so this allows for me to attack into him. He's faster than me. Shit. Oh, but he goes hard ace, which is rain fodder. Okay, so shows full switch and hurricane, which makes sense. So he's timid then. Okay, because generally like Zapdos aren't timid, and then they won't have volt switch. So Kingdra probably knocks him out just based on how much he's doing. There's no way he could be Ferrothorn makes the most sense here as a sack. If he hurricanes, I eat. Yeah. And I rocks. Come on, Pharaoh. Let me run this calc. Because he's doing a ton to me. Like, I don't know why he'd be timid, no HP. I mean, no special attack. OU offensive. Surf in the rain. Spec surf. Says there's 100 minimum. So that power hacks mattered a lot. Because it wouldn't be a roll now. I mean, that confusion hacks mattered a lot. Because it wouldn't be a roll. Because he would either have to defog my rocks to save Mamoswine Sash. Because what it's looking like now is if I give up, if he loses Zapdos, he's gonna lose to my Pelipper by itself. Let's see, test. Come on, man. Alright. Why does it like wait? So Cinderace sack makes sense. So Swine makes sense. Cover rocks, and okay, so Crash makes sense too. And I go U-turn. Actually should have went hard Pelipper there on his Mamoswine. Because he goes Zapdos here. But as I said, if Zapdos dies, then if Zapdos dies, then Pelipper wins. So that's why he's sacking all this stuff. Well, not sacking. It's not the right word. It's actually kind of to my benefit that the rain's going to end here. But kind of not at the same time. Because I can't switch. Well, no, I can't switch. So he played very well to even have a shot here. The Mamoswine, keeping the sash on the Mamoswine was very good. Now, it's going to come down to a prediction in the end game. Does it need to? No. I think it could. You're gonna see what I mean. So I made this game a lot closer than it needed to be. What I should have done instead was kept the Lando for the sole fact of that it outsped the Swine, and it had the Intimidate to force the Ice Shard. Well, actually no, because generally Sash Mamoswine doesn't carry Icicle Crash, so they usually carry Endeavor Ice. So I know I was not expecting Icicle Crash when I switched. So maybe he's not Sash. He has to be Sash though. Otherwise, like, he's playing a. He fucking got the protect. Oh my god. It actually helps me. That actually helped me. If he's not a Thunder Punch variant, that helped me. If he's a Thunder Punch variant, I just lost. Man, that sucks. It makes sense for him to pivot to Zapdos, but I can potentially win. But yeah, I played this one way too sloppily because this could have just been a wash. Literally, I'm using rain. but I did not consider Sash Mamoswine. So let's see. Protects again. So I'm guessing it's to commit to, because if he has Thunder Punch here, uses it, then if I U-turn and he doesn't have Thunder Punch and goes to Zapdos, it wouldn't make sense for him not to attack there. Unless he doesn't want, he didn't want to attack into Pelipper because he doesn't have Thunder Punch. I don't know. So let's say best case he doesn't have Thunder Punch. He doesn't have it, but he stayed in. Like if he had Thunder Punch and stayed in, because now pretty sure it's guaranteed now. Unless, no, there's a shot. What he's not expecting is for me to have Flip Turn. Well, I don't have Flip Turn anymore. Yeah, I don't have Flip Turn anymore. So let's see. I still think I should be able to pull it off, but I don't understand the protect play there. The reason is because if he like gets the Volt Switch into Mamoswine, I can go to Pelipper and U-turn, and I have way too many rain turns left. But this should have been a wash. It would have required me sacking Frosmoth, or in the early game, I didn't expect Psychic. I didn't expect like a Life Force Psychic variant. So, you know, me going into Landers, no scouting was pretty dangerous. But it's obvious enough that he's going to have something. But in that situation, Ferrothorn would have actually been a safer switch, because there's no situation where he goes for. So if VS's, as I said, Mamoswine comes out. I'm guessing he's going to just go for the hacks. He could Icicle Crash and say, okay, well, I'm just going to commit to crashing. And if I get the luck, I get it. But so Surf should kill this. It does 100 minimum to offensive Zapdos. I don't want a Hydro Pump. Yeah. And so it still comes down to the luck. Still comes down to the luck, but I trust that Pelipper got this. It does. And I had two opportunities to. Played that very sloppily. Very sloppily. And that's usually the ones where I get punished. When you just have a no brain team. Kudos to my opponent for figuring out a way to even make it a game, you know? So I'm going to try one more time. Like it literally, and I know, because you already know I'm going to put it in the title. But I'm going to get the comments, yeah, Frosmoth did nothing. It's not Frosmoth's fault though. Like, it's one thing if you can be like, okay, it's trash. Notice, when I use Shelmet, no Urshifu. I use Frosmoth with Weather Ball, no Heatran. Who doesn't run into Heatran out of 3 games on the ladder? Impossible. Alright, I'm running into all these damn shits you never see. Fucking Mono Fire when I have a Frosmoth. Rain. Well, I don't even remember what the first guy had, but oh yeah, the Clef guy. So yeah, we're gonna grab one last one, guys. Okay, I literally on pause to say, guys, I can't find a battle in OU, and I found a battle. This guy's 1950. Good. He has the one Frosmoth answer in the game, which is Aegislash. Everything else is lose to it for the most part, but he actually has a really good team for mine. Barring my Lando, he actually has a pretty solid team for mine. So I'm gonna have to work Zapdos and Landers to the utmost, and then potentially overwhelm his Ferrothorn with the draw with Hydro Pump. That shouldn't be too difficult considering Ferrothorn guards against, well, doesn't guard against Latios. That's a lie, because it learns Mystical Fire. What's good, bro? What's good? Um. Let's see how we want to play this out. Zapdos is gonna be guarding against his Galarian. Primarily. Garchomp's a problem. Ferrothorn is gonna be critical for his own. Pelipper's for his Garchomp, his Lando, and assist with his Zapdos as well. My boy Radiance can do his damn thing, but we'll see. And then Lando overwhelms. What would be the thing I can't guard against the most? Honestly, Aegislash. So Chomp makes very little sense to me if you're expecting Pelipper, unless I don't know. Chomp makes very little sense to me unless you have like Toxic that you're about to commit to. He's relatively Cinderace weak, so I could see that being something. This is concerning. Garchomp is such a versatile mon. So commits to rocks. I lead seed, so it'll force him out next turn. Because Zapdos is so bulky, I don't think he'd commit to his Galarian Zap on me, but knock would mean that I'm surprised this is his rocker. That means it's Scarf Lando and it's Scarf Lando. So Ferrothorn's in. Don't mind that at all. As I said, we're gonna commit to removing that thing's rocks. As he's thinking the same. I mean, he's removing his helmet. He's thinking the same. That's gonna matter for my Kingdra. Kingdra is a massive problem, so I'm surprised that he's just giving me Ferrothorn here. So if depending on the Ferrothorn, you know, it could be Spikes. I could see Leech Seed coming out here. That makes a lot of sense. Double Knock would suck. Certainly yes, Spikes. I don't think he double knocks here, but I don't have a lot of room to play. I'll just have to commit to that. I can really mess him up with my Frosmoth because Rain, Quiver Dance plus Rain. Depending on what his Aegislash is, if it has to revert back to shield form, that's a turn I can sub. So it's gonna become very interesting. I swear every time I type test, then the server moves. Because as you can see, the timer is not moving. Yeah, I don't know what's going on today. If he double knocks, kudos. But yeah, he commits to Spikes, which I figured as much for. This allows me to sub, because they generally are going to go for Leech Seed here. Yeah. And so it's a bloodbath of something that is getting waxed here. Sub again here. I don't think he wants Pharaoh dead. I probably should have quaked into. It doesn't matter. I'll commit to it. I'll sub one more time. Latios coming in would lose me a lot of momentum. And depending on what his Garchomp is, Scale Shock would lose me a lot too, but I don't think he can hard to Chomp, right? So tough, because he's probably Scarf. So he's losing Lando. Well, if I hit, thankfully I connect. So I'm seeing Landers. Latios coming in here. This is a pretty safe Sacred Fire, but at this point I'm open to losing my Ferrothorn. He never Dracos here. Psychics. I don't think that would have mattered too much. Psychics slash Dracos, which means, well, he could have Mystical Fire. Could be a Mystical Fire variant. What I'm trying to achieve is a situation where, or a sphere. I'm trying to achieve a situation where I get my Pelipper in. So like, let's say I go to Aura Sphere is the set though. I really want to get something out of Frosmoth. Ugh, Frosmoth, man. Alright, let's see. So he's Aura Sphere, which means I could have got Frosmoth in there. So basically here, the Latios is weakened. Aegislash makes a lot of sense. If you were to stay in, I'll just beam. I don't really have a choice. I know Aegislash is coming. I don't really have a choice because it's gonna be a Kingdra situation. It's a question of, okay, well, after that, what's gonna stop that Garchomp? Because I could commit to Zapdos here and try to just defeat him with Frosmoth, which is possible. He has Gyro Ball though, which makes it a little harder. I could just sack Pelipper, go to Kingdra, and click Hydro Pump. But if he gives me Garchomp, and then that spikes, gives me Garchomp, then I guess I can potentially pull this off with Zapdos. So many possibilities, because Latios is one of those mons that's very dangerous. Gyro Ball is the only thing the Pharaoh has though. I have to hit my Hydro Pumps. This is tough. Zapdos or Pelipper? I'm gonna go Zapdos. I think he's Spexed. So, okay, he's not, which makes this even better because this allows for me to fog. Him going to his own Zapdos is dangerous because I could just Hurricane or VS. But even if he does, I'd rather get rid of his hazards than deal with his Zapdos. I mean, at that point, it's a speed tie at worst. But I'd rather, that did nothing. Like, if this gets hit, like if I were to attack into this Aegislash and kill it, then Frosmoth would win. But he would have given me his Ferrothorn earlier. That's the thing that's tripping me up, right? He was willing to give me Ferrothorn when my Lando was subbing. But maybe he just figured, okay, I didn't have a choice. But I don't know enough. Because like the Zapdos could be sub bulk up too. And that's a problem. I can't deal with sub bulk up. So it commits to Chomp, makes sense. And so I'm going to get Pelly in. So he is defensive Chomp. Alright. So it being defensive Chomp means that I'm going to get some mileage out of my Zapdos. I'm going to get some mileage out of my... because I'm going to take Helmet, but I can't risk him switching. So Kingdra guarantees some mileage here. I'm going to Hydro Pump because I need that damage. I need... He's lefties. Interesting. Please, Kingdra. I need you right now. We need these kills right now. Ferrothorn taking this hit matters a lot too because Frosmoth, as I said, depending on if it can King Shield back, Frosmoth may be able to beat the Aegislash under rain with the Weather Ball. So this might be Frosmoth's game, but he also is about to lose any kind of guarding he has against Hurricane. But I have to be careful of that Latios. you know. So we connect. Garchomp is dead. So I'm looking at probably Ferrothorno. But what I'll do is Hydro first. If I miss it, it sucks. It does suck. I'm not gonna deny that. But if I hit it, it allows me to hit and switch, still keep Kingdra. I don't think this lives. Latios, Life Orb. Actually, it's a fucking Latios. What are we kidding here? I know Kingdra, you strong, but yeah, it doesn't kill. So he commits to Draco here, I assume. With Chomp dead, I'm open to giving up Landers here, especially if he Draco locks, as he does. Ice Beam here. Did not expect Aegis Slash, but I can sub. As I said, Weather Ball might be able to do it in. Base 100. Ah, Frosmoth. Stop being trash. Fook. That's bad. I lost now. I needed him to kill there. You couldn't even do fucking 55 to an Aegis Slash. So basically there, if I killed, I pretty much won. Because I just sacked Pelipper to the Latios coming in. It's the only way he could do any kind of real damage to your boy. That sucks. A Hurricane here. I mean, I can't win anymore. I miss. I think he has Shadow Snake. I wonder what the fuck this Aegis Slash is. No. I can win. I can win. It's not easy though. This fuck. Yeah, this is such a weird Aegis Slash. I can win. It'll require quite a bit of luck, but I can. Well, maybe not even. Maybe not even. Actually, Hurricane here makes more sense. Man, I can't believe Frosmoth couldn't kill with a. That's base 150, right? Yeah. Is it based on the, yeah. And he couldn't even kill a fucking Aegis Slash. What is this? Assault Vest? It can't be Assault Vest. Who uses Assault Vest Aegis Slash? But I don't know what his item is. No, it's not even Assault Vest. Yeah. Yeah, what the fuck kind of Aegis Slash set is this? It's irrelevant though. Should be faster than me. What's my play here? Let's just attack it. He should never go. I clicked. Am I about to time out? I clicked 100 different times. Come on now. Yeah. So the play was to go to Zapdos. To go to Zapdos on his Aegis Slash. Cause then, or double to Zapdos on the turn he went to Aegis Slash. Cause it was like Latios, Draco. I just wasn't sure which one he'd go to. Like, let's say if he went to Aegis Slash in that case. It was better to go to Zapdos to hit him. We needed that para. Yeah, I can maybe win. I'll need a hella lot of luck though. So how many rain turns? I got 4. I'll need quite a bit of luck. So me losing my rain was a big deal because I could have done it with Pelipper still alive. I'm not even sure about that. Yeah, but my play was to go. If I had gone to Zapdos on the Aegislash's Iron Head, then that's either free Roost or a free Hurricane. Because I think the Aegislash was no. I brought it to that low with the Weather Ball, so it would have been at like 60 something. But even if he stayed in, it would have been left me to the point where because you're here, I have to either crit or KO or para. Okay, he misses. So I said I'll need quite a bit of luck on this one. Should switch the Latios out here and go for Ferrothorn. But even that doesn't guarantee the win. If I kill his Ferrothorn, I wonder if that was a roll. Because even him missing Stone Edge was a pretty big deal. This Latios messed me the fuck up. So I needed to, the turn that I sacked Ferrothorn, that's why I was thinking if I should switch. Because Aura Sphere would have done no damage with Ice Scales. Hopefully this is a Artillery KO. I need it to be yes. So the fact that this Artillery KO is a big deal. Because now, if he misses, he'll come down to like a miss. It'll come down to a miss because I have 2 turns of rain left. So I'm going to kill 2 of these mons. So it's a question of it's going to be, obviously he's going to go he's going to go Aegislash. And so it's going to come down to me hitting Hurricane. Should try the King Shield at the very least. That's why I said if I had my Pelipper still alive, there was hope. So now I have to hit a ton of Hurricanes. Yeah. I don't think I'm in. If Shadow Ball only did that, I don't think I'm in sneak range. Plus, he's gonna get full paired. So it'll come down to whether or not Kingdra hits versus the Latios. Get this Aegislash out of my face, Kingdra. Come on now. But yeah, that was some bullshit on the Draco miss. Yeah, I'm very disappointed. I wonder what kind of Aegislash, because it's not leftovers. Oh, it killed. Yeah, so the Hurricane mismattered. GG. Well, you know, obviously the Draco mismattered too. But yeah, Frosmoth didn't perform. I'll admit it. You know what I don't understand? I could have sworn this thing learned Roost, and I tried to put Roost on it instead of Substitute, and it said it didn't learn it. I'm pretty sure there was a time where I had a Roost Frosmoth, unless I'm just imagining that. And if it does not learn Roost, why the hell did they make just a really bad Volcarona? Like, it's slow, it's weak, at least give it Roost. But yeah, that's it for today, guys. I enjoyed my games thoroughly today. Frosmoth did what Frosmoth does. I think I could have played that last game better too. Just wasn't sure about some of his sets. So I played assuming specs AG, and turns out it's Shadow Sneak. But yeah, thanks for watching, as I said, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.